really excited to be joined today by Kiwi, who will be doing a deep dive into all things Ylopo. So if you've ever heard of Ylopo or if you haven't, you need to know about it. So I'm going to dive straight in. Thank you so much for joining me today, Kiwi.
Thank you for the opportunity. I appreciate it.
Yeah, so first question for you. For those who don't know, what's the main purpose and mission of Ylopo?
Main purpose and mission of Ylopo is to empower agents and teams with technology and resources that the big portals have, like Zillow, Realtor.com. So instead of having to always buy from them or compete, so instead of having to sort of work with them, you're able to compete with them, right? So you've got a lot of the tools that the big guys have, but all done for you under your name, your brand. So you can be incredibly competitive in your market when it comes to the best technology, the best ads, and all that good stuff.
Okay, so on the topic of ads, I know that's a hot topic today and always. Can you elaborate some of what Ylopo's sort of lead generation capabilities are today? I know it's ever evolving, but can you share what Ylopo is doing today in terms of like lead gen for agents?
Sure. So today it's really evolved a lot, just because what we've realized over the last 7 or 8 years of generating millions of leads is teams and agents these days don't necessarily want leads as much. They want appointments, right? They want people they can actually talk to, work with, and transact with. So instead of, it's very easy to generate a lead, which is a name, email, and a phone number. And it's quite cheap to do that. But that doesn't necessarily mean it's a good lead or a good use of your time, because you're going to spend most of the time chasing these people around to try and find that 1 out of the 100 or 1 out of the 50, whatever the ratio is, to get someone you can actually work with. So it's just a lot of chasing your tail. So what we've done differently in the last year or so is really figure out how to filter these leads better so that we're actually passing over like a warm connection or someone you can actually talk to. So the conversation rates are much, much higher rather than you having to sort of chase these guys. So we ask 15 to 20 questions on average up front of the lead before we even collect their name, email, and phone number. So we're asking them, do they have a home to sell? Is this the right location? Is this the beds in the bath? Is the price? Is everything exactly sort of in line with what your dream house is going to be? So we're really asking them in a way where it's like, okay, we want to know more about what your needs are so we can find you your dream house. And they're more than willing to give us a lot of that information. And then they've got so much skin in the game. They're like, just go get it. Just find me these homes, right? So it's much easier to talk to them after they've given all that information. And you can come across as being a lot more educated and a lot more helpful from the jump, because you've got so much data on these people, rather than saying, oh, so what is it you're after, right? And have to sort of start from ground zero. You're already quite far down on the process. You know so much about them and what they're looking for. You can really just jump in and take over and get them to the finish line.
Yeah. Okay. So on that topic of like agents nowadays, they know they don't just need leads, they need quality leads. They don't want to be chasing leads. For the leads that decide they're not quite ready to work with the agents, or maybe they don't answer, can you share a little bit about what sorts of nurturing systems Ylopo has, whether it's like within just retargeting or marketing and social media or anything else Ylopo does?
Sure. And I would say this is probably our superpower. It's probably what we do best because we've been doing it for so long. So the reality is, a pretty good team with online leads is only converting probably at around 5%, right? That 4 to 5% range is a really good performing team. So that leaves, 95% plus of the leads that you're getting in your database. So you need to have a process and system to convert those over time, which is where we have invested heavily into AI and the remarketing, retargeting. So the same way, like when you go to Amazon and you're looking to buy something, they show you related products, right? So you can easily like pick up all these other things. We're doing the same for all of our clients, but instead of products, it's related properties. So they come and look at, homes, waterfront homes with views, and then they go away. Then all of a sudden, you're following them around. Your ads are following them around under your brand with waterfront homes with views, right? And all the different inventory that's available that's similar to what they were looking at. So it's all about showing the right people, the right house at the right time. But again, it's done under our client's brand and name, not like Zillow or anyone else who uses their own brand, right? So we do that. But then the other key component there is obviously sending email listing alerts that go out to these people, but everyone does that. That's not groundbreaking. The thing that really is groundbreaking is the AI texting. It's a AI bot, which will actually reach out to the people who are looking at these and start conversations and asking a lot of questions and following up for you. Because we know that agents are often busy and things get in the way, so they can't always follow up at the right time and they don't always say the right things. But the AI has gotten so good at this that it can do it all for you. So essentially, a lot of the times the AI is building rapport, setting appointments, doing a lot of things for you. And what we're doing is putting tags on those leads so that, systems like yours, Alina, where you set up the smart lists and everything and all the automations can now be easily found and identified, right? So you can really focus on the low-hanging fruit, those people who are engaging with the AI, those leads that are coming back and looking at multiple properties. All those triggers are very easily identified in your database through tags.
Yeah. Okay. So on the topic of AI, does your texting bot have any sort of like behavior-based triggers? So I know that like initially your AI bot will text brand new leads, but what happens if like a year later that lead that was never reached comes back and either clicks on an ad or goes back to the website?
Yeah, it's a great question. So our AI texting bot is triggers based off activity on your IDX search site that we build for you, right? So that's the AI, I'm sorry, the IDX search site is kind of like in the middle of everything. So we're driving all the traffic back to that. We want them searching on your search site, so they're never going to Zillow. They don't have to go back to Google to try and find a property. They're always searching on your search site. And that's what the remarketing brings them back. The listing alerts bring them back. And when they're on there, if they've been there yesterday or they've come back a year later, based on their intention, and we have a lot of different rules that dictate intention. So one of them would be, for example, someone coming back after being away for more than 30 days and they're looking at a house multiple times. That's showing quite a lot of intention on a particular property. So the AI will pick up on that and talk to them about that property and show them similar properties, or suggest, hey, we've got similar properties to the one you've been looking at. Is it okay if we send those over to you? So a lot of other AI systems are separate from your IDX search site. So there's not that combination of understanding what they're looking at, and they've sort of got to ask very broad questions like, oh, are you looking to buy or sell? Our AI knows exactly what they're looking to buy, the neighborhood, the price, everything. So they can be very direct and specific about the questions so that the user feels like, wow, these people really know what I'm after. So the engagement rate is much, much higher than someone who's not attached to the IDX.
Okay. So I know we've mentioned like a couple of main features, Ylopo. Ylopo has like a huge suite of offerings. They have the website, the IDX, remarketing, lead generation for Facebook, PPC, the AI bot, mission control, which we haven't even talked about, Ylopo stars, and this whole dashboard. So all these tools are great, but it's a lot for a new client to take in. So I guess like what type of support or training do people get when they onboard with Ylopo?
Yeah, great question. You have a what we call a CSM, customer support manager, when you sign on with Ylopo, and they
Okay.
will do a training with you when you start. And we also have what's called realtors in residence. So these are actual real estate leaders and team leads that run very successful teams that use Ylopo, and they've done it so well that we've actually hired them to work for us to train our new clients. So
Okay.
yeah, every week there are multiple trainings with our realtors and residents on different parts of the platform. So it is very important when you first get started with Ylopo that you attend the trainings and you learn the whole platform, because there is a lot to it. There's a lot of different ways you can generate an ROI from the system, right? So, and the system isn't just going to do everything by itself. You really need to know how to use the system. So the trainings
Right.
are very, very important. I would say by far the number one thing that separates someone who's successful with Ylopo and someone who fails with Ylopo is the fact that they've rolled up their sleeves and learned how to use it properly from the people who do the same thing, right? Who are very successful, rather than those who just come in and think it's all going to do everything by itself.
Right. Yeah. That there's no magical pill that will do everything for you and just say, I mean, even though you are giving appointments or now you have some really cool new AI tools available, if you were really able to replace an agent's responsibilities, agents wouldn't have a job, you know?
Yeah,
But you are helping teams and agents sort of leverage a lot of manual work.
yeah, that's exactly right. We're taking care of a lot of the heavy lifting, a lot of the really tedious stuff. But at the end of the day, you've still got to pick up the phone. You've got to make that final connection and get it across the line.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's going to fall flat.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. So I don't know if you're willing to share it on the call today, but there was a little sneak peek at the conference for Follow Up Boss just a couple weeks ago. Can you share like what upcoming features are coming out with Ylopo or updates you're doing?
Yeah. So three big features. One of them is a complete call center that will actually call all of your leads for you, and convert them into appointments. So essentially you're paying for appointments versus leads, right? Which a lot of people prefer. It's a optional. You don't have to go this route. If you have ISAs who are incredible at setting appointments, you just want a ton of leads at a really, really good price, we still have that model. But a lot of people struggle with the ISA, struggle with the agents, with their follow-up and their conversion. So we have that built in, and they're trained by our realtors and residents like Barry Jenkins, Gabe Cordova, and they're very, very good at just all they do is call and convert. So that is a new product. And the other two things, which are pretty exciting that nobody else has, we are definitely going to be the first to market with these, is AI voice. AI voice is essentially a call center that calls the leads, sets the appointments, does everything we're doing today with our call center, but it's done 100% with AI. You can change the accent. You can change whether it's a man or a woman. Again, this is trained by our realtors and residents. What we've realized is it's good. It's not perfect. So what we've done until we can get it perfect is it's basically a conversation opener. It's going to go in, it's going to call your leads, it's going to start conversations, but we've got humans listening to the conversations in real time. And as soon as there's any lag, there's any confusion, anything's going on, they're able to sort of pick up and take over the conversation.
Oh, that's nice.
So there's that, but we estimate, within probably 3 to 4 months, it's going to be all AI. It's getting so fast, so good, so quickly that it will completely replace the human element. And the beauty of that is the cost of having this service is going to be, maybe 1/10 of the cost of a regular call center.
Yeah.
It's going to be super compliant because all of the conversations, are trained to say the right things. They're never going to say anything that's out of compliance. I know the mortgage industry is very, very interested in this product too, but it's going to be going out to all of our clients first. And we've actually got a webinar on it today where our clients can sign up for the beta and start using it. But we have about 50 people who've been using it for the last couple of months. So it's definitely something that's happening and happening very, very quickly. And then the other product is going to be AI video. So, for example, a lot of agents may love sending BombBomb videos. So it's a custom video that they'll send to a client about a certain property. So we're going to be able to like do a 30-minute interview with one of our clients now, our agents. They're going to be able to talk and say a script, and we're going to record everything. And then we can feed it data about properties like open houses, for example, and it can literally generate thousands of videos, custom videos for you, where it's you talking, saying the client's actual name and talking about a property based on MLS data and generating a video. And in the background, you've got a walkthrough of the property, and all of that stuff is generated for you and pushed out to your database using video and texting, and it's all AI powered. So
Wow.
that is going to be really, really crazy because it's just taking the personalization to a whole nother level. And you can also do it in multiple languages. Like a CEO has been playing around with it. He sent me one the other day. He did a property tour in Mandarin, and he can't speak a lick of Mandarin. And and we showed some Chinese agents of ours. They're like, this is incredible. So, and obviously it's going to be doing it in Spanish as well. So I think, there's just so much disruption coming along, but again, it's not going to replace everyone. It's really just going to allow you to leverage technology, create a lot more opportunities faster. But you're still going to need to follow up and work with these people, show them the houses, post the deals. But it's going to give you a big edge for those people who are doing this, before everyone else can figure it out.
Yeah, it's a pretty groundbreaking time, definitely, for sure. I'm sure you saw Meta releasing their sort of AI personas you can chat with, and they're even creating like Instagram pages for them from the celebrities. It's pretty wild. At least I couldn't even tell it wasn't a real person. So it's kind of freaky, but kind of cool at the same time. It'll take some getting used to for sure. Yeah. Very good. Well, so if anyone is curious to learn more about Ylopo, can they schedule a call? Do they just call on the phone, or how can they learn more about Ylopo?
Yeah, the easiest way is just go to the website, ylopo.com, and book a demo. I know everyone sort of wants to know, what does it cost? What does it cost? But we don't have like just one size pricing because we work with a lot of teams of varying sizes. I'd say right now we have about 3,000 clients. We have some clients spending over $100,000 a month, and we have some clients spending just a few $100s a month. So it all depends on your needs. Like, how many leads do you need per month? Or maybe you don't even need leads. You just have a nice sized database that you want us to help nurture. Or maybe you just need an IDX search site, right? And a branded website for you and your team. So pricing is very much determined based on what your needs and also on your market. Certain markets are the lead cost is just a lot less than in other markets. And if you're in a second home market, your lead generation strategy should be very different than someone like in a big city. But this is all our marketing team does. We've done this for years and years and years. We can custom build the right lead strategy and the right sort of nurture process for you so that you can sort of grow over time. But you can start off small and build up to that. So we don't want anyone drowning when they jump in and buying something that's too much, too soon, too fast. We sort of build exactly based on your needs so that you can grow and sort of level up over time.
Very good.
On the website, you can just book a demo, and the product team will walk you through everything and go over specific pricing. Okay.
Very good. Well, I appreciate you doing this, Kiwi. It was super insightful, super helpful. I know people will definitely find it helpful because there's just so much to know about Ylopo. So I really appreciate your time today.
We appreciate you and everything you do to help our clients get set up. So you're the best.
Thanks, Kiwi. Have a good rest of your day. Bye.